Hello everyone, I'm Yusuf from Techno Study. Last class we talked about variables, and this class we're going to be talking about scanners. What are scanners and why do we use them for? So scanners are basically giving the variables a user input value. So how do we import a scanner class first of all? So there are two ways, but the easier way in IntelliJ is if you say scanner and just enter, it's going to say import java.util.scanner. This is then default Java class, so you don't have to import this from any libraries. If the platform that you use doesn't give it like this, you can just write this import space java.util.scanner, and it's going to put it in the class automatically. So scanner, we have to give it a name for scanner. So I will say input name, input equals new scanner system in. And this is a phrase and you have to memorize this. You will have to write exactly this, and there's no easy way basically. But if you want to understand the logic, you just have to write scanner, give it a name like a variable, and then you will say name, and then you will use the scanner again, and then system in is the part that which it gets the value from the user, which you're going to see right now. So let's say int a equals input. So if you're doing an integer, next int is the one that you're going to use. If you're doing the string, next line, and we're going to see all of them. And there is always next for every variable. So next int, and let's say system.println a. We're going to get the value from the user, and then we're going to print it out. If you want to run this, so see this right here, it's flashing, so it's asking for us to put a value in. So I'll say 25. It's going to print 25. If I run this again, and if I give another value, 45, it's going to give us 45. So it's basically this, and you can do this for string name inputs. We always have to use, if you want to use scanner, we have to get this scanner's name. Scanner is the type, and input is the name that I put. I can change this to anything, but I have to change these two if I want to use them. And I'm going to comment these out because it's going to ask me for it every time. Input.next line. And if I say system.println, print the name for me, when I run this, and when I say Yusuf, it's going to print Yusuf. This is basically it. So next we're going to use float. Let's say float. Let's say computer. Let's say computer equals input dot next float. We see it comes up right here. I'm going to press enter, and then I'm going to ask the user here, and I will say print me the float. So when you just say this, the user doesn't understand anything. It's just the user has to put in a value, but you don't tell the user. So it's best to say system.println, please enter a value for your computer. And if you don't say print, it will get right next to it. So please enter value for your computer. Now it makes more sense, right? So let's say 1200, and then it's going to say this. If we want to say your computer's value is blah blah blah, we can say your computer's value is, and puts a plus here. It's going to put this right next to it. So print this out. Your computer's value is 1200. It's this simple. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.